welcome to True Heel Heat.
Hey, good morning.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Happy
how are
Sunday.
you? How you doing, Miss Krssi?
I'm okay. Yourself a little tired, but I'm here. How about yourself?
Same, but look, we're alive. We're here.
Yes.
We get to talk about our favorite thing besides our families, wrestling. I mean, hey. Welcome to episode 8.
Number 8. Oh my God,
Face
that's so crazy.
and Hills. I cannot believe we're on episode 8. It seems like just yesterday we were trying to figure out the technology.
Right.
Struggling through, but we got this. We're doing this.
We're doing this. We're doing the damn thing. Good morning, CM.
Good morning.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Wrestling, she said this week in women's wrestling was semi-calm. It was.
It was very calm. It wasn't like the last few weeks we had before.
There was so much going on the weeks before. This was a very calm. I'll say much calmer week. You are correct. Thanks for watching. True Heel Heat said thanks for watching Serving Face and Hills number 8. Remember to drop the thumbs up on this video if you like it. Please, super chats are always very helpful. We're a self-funded channel, so that's always appreciated. Share and subscribe, please, with your friends. Spread the word.
Yes,
good morning, Eddie. Good morning, Monet.
Hi, Monet. Good morning. Good morning.
She's I'm so tired. I'm never watching New Japan live again. You watch New Japan?
Oh yeah, I was.
Girl,
I did not. Nope. I know
sleep.
You guys were up.
Look, I sleep. I'm sorry, folks. I appreciate all of you that stayed up to watch it, but I just catch the highlights on the old timeline on Twitter.
Yes. Yep.
We were all here live from 1 a.m. Eastern until 5. You guys.
Wow.
Rock.
Good. Shout out to you guys. Good job. I know you guys are like on. I hope today you guys are going to take an off day, like rest.
Please. It's Sunday.
We'll understand.
Relax,
yes.
people. Relax.
It's raining over on the East Coast, so please.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I already saw some highlights. I saw some surprise winners and other things going on over there in New Japan. So I hope it was a great show for you guys. It was 6 a.m. to 10 for me. Yeah, it works out for
I'm
SP
sure you're
right
lucky.
now because of where he's at. So, but the rest of us in US, I think, hopefully you guys get some sleep.
Yep.
ALW, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Sunday. Thanks to the True Heel Heat baddies. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for that super chat donation. I guess let's hop into it. Let's
get right into it.
Mentioned, it was a semi-calm week, which I always appreciate every now and then. You need a break.
Right, we need a break, yes. A lot of it I did not see live, so.
I saw Raw and Dynamite live. The other ones I went back and watched or saw highlights or whatever. So let's jump into it. There's only one big news story that I can really think of, and it's a pretty significant one. Paige from WWE announced that she will be leaving WWE. Her last day will be July 7th. I believe she expanded on this a bit in a podcast or on her Twitch, but it's not because she wants to leave. They are not re-signing her. So it is unfortunately WWE's decision to not re-sign her because she said she would stay if they offered. But I'll read the statement real quick. Says Paige, she posted this on her Twitter. Paige here, excuse me. July 7th will be my last day with WWE. I'm so thankful and I appreciate the opportunities that the company has given me. I will always be appreciative of the company that took in an 18-year-old British pale emo girl that didn't look like your average diva, giving me the chance of a lifetime and making me feel like a superstar. I know after my neck injury, taking me out of the ring status, it was pretty hard to keep me around for as long as you did. And for that, I'm thankful too. Thank you to the WWE universe. You guys are the most passionate group of fans that we are. I've ever seen. Hope you continue to stay on this journey with me. I think the toughest part, weirdly enough, is having to let the Paige name go. But Saraya is a hell of a name. Kudos to my mom for that one. FYI, I'm not saying I'll never be in the ring. That day will most certainly come again, wherever the return may be. Thank you, WWE, Saraya. So that was her statement.
So Thoughts? They had her home. They had her. I guess they kept her home. I mean, she was on a contract for all this time. Not for nothing. No shade. I'm sorry, but I didn't even think that she was still signed with the company.
I knew she still had a contract. I didn't realize that they were paying her this whole time, whether they were using her or not. Which is, I guess, awesome for her. You know, I figured if they weren't using her, like maybe it was like a appearance type contract, but right. I don't think WWE really does those. So it was just a straight contract. They've been paying her to chill. I mean,
chill at home and just I guess I don't know.
I mean, I think it's awesome. I think she mentioned, like I said on her Twitch, it wasn't her decision; she would stay. She also mentioned that she's appreciative for WWE because they paid for a psychiatrist, I think she said, for her when she was going through some things. So I just,
well, that's wonderful to hear. That's good. That's a good
side. Yeah, I love seeing people who leave or are leaving at least give their thanks to the company. I think we see too often, people crapping on it or like, oh, I was in jail, like, oh, I'm finally free. And it's like, you guys wouldn't even have your name wouldn't be as big as it is without WWE. Like, let's just be appreciative of what they did give you. Right. And I understand you were frustrated and now it's time to move on. Okay. I actually do have the statement for Paige, from Paige from Twitch. It says, let's see here. I knew it was coming eventually. Getting the, hey, can I call you? I'm at Smackdown, though. I'm like, that leaves no room for negotiation. So basically she's saying she knew with the way they contacted her, they weren't trying to negotiate with her.
Right.
They're probably not going to renew it. I had a feeling for a while. I'm appreciative of WWE. They helped me so much, more than just wrestling. They got me a therapist. There you go. When I was having drinking and alcohol issues, they kept me even after my neck surgery, just sitting on my ass. I really appreciate that. I feel like I had so much left to give there. As someone who could cut a decent promo and do a managerial role, it is what it is. She said, I'm not leaving because I want to. They just don't want to re-sign my contract. I completely understand there are no hard feelings. I think it was mentioned that she had pitched to actually be Rhonda's manager.
She could have been that would have been a great. Because then we don't have to deal with Rhonda trying to give these trash ass promos. Like, Paige was good on the mic. She could have seriously helped her out. We've all been saying that Rhonda needs a mouthpiece. It's just what it is. She's not the same Rhonda that we had years before.
Well, they have to know this, right? Like, they're not blind. They know Rhonda's not good on the mic.
But they won't say it. They're not going to do it.
And to me, that actually would have been perfect for Paige to manage Rhonda. I think it could have worked out very well. But I am not the powers that be. Obviously, we wish Paige, aka Saraya, the best. I don't know. She kind of said she wouldn't. She kind of said she would. She's not saying she'll never get in the ring, but she said most definitely will eventually.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to see her back in the ring? Like,
I just want her to be healthy. I just want her.
I want her to be healthy.
I love right. I just want to make sure that she's health-wise can do it. Like, we've seen Edge, we've seen Daniel, Bryan Danielson. So I'm sure maybe if the right doctors are saying yes, maybe you can do this, then go ahead, do it. I'm all for it. I just want her to be healthy and be safe. That's just all I'm looking for.
I agree. If she's not cleared, I'm talking about WWE cleared. Because I know they're extra cautious,
right?
Despite some of the other promotions. So I'm hoping, no matter where she goes or what she does, she is safe and healthy. She's done a lot for the women of pro wrestling. Her contributions, like I truly believe that women's wrestling wouldn't be where it is, especially in WWE, without her contributions. She really was the one to kind of bridge that gap, I feel, between divas and women's wrestling, like that era. And I think she was just different.
Yeah, she
was different, and I loved it. All right, well, let's see what the chat has to say. Monet, they passed up on her managing Ronda when Ronda desperately needs it. She does.
Yeah,
she does. I mean, we've known Ronda's never been a good promo, and they know that, but they seem to just be like, okay.
SP, I've said it before, again, and I'm going to say it again. She's not the same person that we had years before. Yes, she was okay back then. Right now, she is not, friend. Just accept it. It's okay.
Oh, okay. First of all, there's a difference between bashing somebody and being honest. This is the same conversation I have with a certain fan base of a certain promotion. You can give criticisms of somebody or a company and still love them.
Right.
Right? Ronda is good at Ronda things. Ronda is not a good promo. She never has been. She knows she's not, right? It's not her strong suit, and that's okay. So help her out and give her a manager. I'm just saying. SP said Ronda spit bars on Nikki Bella. I don't care if y'all have short-term memory. That's one promo.
Trash.
That's one promo, and she had punchlines. SP.
Her stuff is I can never win with SP. I'm not even gonna give it any light. It's okay. It's fine. We do this all the time. It's okay.
He's about to cut you off. Watch it. Be like,
yeah, nope. It's fine. It's okay. I understand. No worries.
Nikki Bella is easy one to cut a promo on. I agree, CM. There are certain people that promos are very easy to cut on, and Nikki Bella happens to have punchlines that you can just hit. It's okay, SP. She ain't meaning by it. She respects that you love this woman, and it's okay. Right?
She can do no wrong in his heart. That's all it is. Okay.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's just people have strong suits. That's just not hers. And that's okay.
And it's okay, friend.
Eddie said Ronda's just collecting a check at this point.
She really is, though.
I mean, the passion. Okay, look. The passion she had when she was here before, the motivation she had when she was here before.
I feel like she had more to prove back then.
She had more to prove. I think it's just different now. She obviously has a baby. Any mother who's had their first child will tell you their energy changes, their passion changes, their whole life is now focused. Not even mother, fathers too. When you have that first child, that's all you're really worried about. So when you
your priorities are different, you're not thinking the same. Everything is all different.
I mean, her priorities back then were to make a huge impact in the wrestling industry and make history. Now she's like, yeah, I love doing this, but I have my baby. And no matter what you think, this is where my passion is now. And that's okay. She has to find her balance and she will get there. You have to understand, she came back only 3 or 4 months after having that baby?
Right. That
okay.
Part.
So while she looks wonderful, she is in shape. She is
the baby gave her bigger boobs.
Yep. Men love that. But
not even that. She just was very flat. Whatever. That's all.
Correct. Her things are thinging. So
her things are thinging. The breast milk gave it more. Yeah.
But her mindset is not going to always be 100% into wrestling right now. Like it's just not. And that's the truth. And that's okay. But no bashing. I'll put you on timeout on ALW. He's all cutting the whole chat off. Anyway, we'll move on. So Raw this week, we saw a couple women's segments. They announced a fatal 4-way for a number one. What's SB saying now? Ain't complimenting her promos at all. Trust, I know she don't care about that. And needed Paige.
Well, that's what we're talking about, friend. That's what we were saying from the get-go.
Yeah, but he didn't want you saying that she's trash. That's his whole hang-up. Because you said the word trash.
I said the promos were trash, that she was trash. That's what I said.
Her promos are trash, SP. Now watch, he's going to run back the tape now and be like,
right.
Look. Watch. It's coming.
He always does it. It's okay. It's fine. No worries. I'm used to it by now. It's okay.
Raw. It was announced before the show that there will be online. There'll be a fatal 4-way.
I wish they stopped doing that. I really wish they stopped. Like
just set it up on the show. You have 3 hours.
You have 3, like what? Like, and then they do this thing where they have a countdown. Like, oh, it's happening in like 1 hour and like 22 seconds. Like,
girl, let me tell you something though. Let me tell you something. I agree. It's kind of cheesy, right? Like, it was for Cody. Obviously, Cody is out. So now they did it for Judgment Day, and I'm like, okay. But while I think it's cheesy, the next day or whatever it came out, the highest rated segment on the show was the one with the countdown clock. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe this works. Look, it works for their ratings.
Right. I guess it helps. It's like strategic for them, because now they're gonna have, okay, so where do we have people like drop? Is it like at the 9 o'clock hour? Is it the 10 o'clock hour?
It is.
So now we're gonna make
the second hour they drop, right? So now the countdown clock is the second hour. And it's smart marketing. It's smart branding. It's smart. To us, it's cheesy because we're like, well, we need a countdown clock, right? We're gonna watch regardless. But for casuals who might just want to see this portion, they're like, oh, I can go eat and then come back and then what? This will be it. Okay, yeah. I got 30 minutes, right? Look, it's working. I know it's weird for us, but it's working. But they announced a fatal 4-way online. That there would be a number 1 contenders match.
Your face, I love it, because that's what I was thinking when I watched it. I was like, oh God, here we go with this whole thing. But it's cute. Okay, no problem. Great, go ahead. Between
Doudrop, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley. Look, here's what I'm happy about.
This match.
The number 1 contender match did not include the champion, which I hate. I hate when they do number 1 contender matches with the champion in it, and I'm like, you have to beat the champion to beat the champion? Like, what?
Right.
Anyway. Right. So it did not include Bianca, but it had those 4. So that came on later in the night.
That was what I think that was the closeout, right? If I'm right.
It was the main event.
It was the main event. So they did, yes.
So, but before that, to open the show, we had a match between Becky Lynch and Dana Brooke. And
I thought this was so good.
Okay, wait.
This was good for Dana.
Like, what? Right? And then all of a sudden, 24/7 people came out, and Becky's like, no. We ain't having the shenanigans shit in my ring. It ain't happening. She's like, you step in here, I'm gonna drop your ass, right? And so everyone was like, oh shit, and they left to the back. And she's like, if anyone's getting a title in any of my matches, it's going to be me. So now I want a fight with Dana for the 24/7 championship right now.
This is so good. This is really, really good. Really good.
I was hoping they get a little more time because Dana and Becky actually can really go at it with each other. They've had some great matches in the past. So I kind of want a little more, but
once you give Dana a little bit more time, I swear, she doesn't get to showcase what she can do.
Yes.
She's not great, but she's not bad either.
She's good at what she does. She is. She's good at what she does.
She's cartwheels.
She's great at a lot of the athletic stuff, and I don't think she gets enough time to show that. So anyway, it was actually a really cute little match, right? And everyone's like, "It's Becky." Like, there's no way so there was mixed reaction to this, right?
A lot of people like she shouldn't be doing it. Like
she's your better, top star. Why is she in the 24/7?
But it's a story. It is the story that you gotta realize she has to start from the bottom. She keeps losing, and it's gonna mess with her head. So with that being said, now she has to go for any title that she can to make her feel like she's on top. Am I right or wrong?
To her, it doesn't matter what freaking title is at this point. She wants a title. So to her, she's like, I'll take it. Because you have to understand, like a lot of people, so there's mixed reaction to this. There was she's a top star. Why is she in this? There's oh shit, if Becky wins this thing, she's going to make it gold. Right? She's going to walk around with this 24/7 title like it's the Raw Women's Championship.
Right? Yes.
Like she's going to be like, look, Bianca, right? And Bianca's going to her go, oh, really? Really, girl? Like, you have to understand, this could have went 2 different ways, right? If Becky did win, she was going to make this absolutely gold. Like, it's been hilarious to watch her make this title relevant, if you will.
Correct.
More relevant.
Yep.
The way this went, though, two things happened. Number one, Dana got the win via help from Asuka. Asuka came out, cheerleaded for Dana a bit, and when the pin came, Asuka held Becky's foot down so she couldn't kick out. And Dana got the win, right? So this did two things. This advanced Asuka and Becky.
Yep.
Right? This advanced that Asuka and Becky are not done with. I don't know what they do next, but they're not done, right? This also put Dana over in a huge way.
Yes.
Becky has only been pinned, even though it wasn't clean. She's only been pinned by a very few amount of people in the last 3 years.
Correct.
All right?
Correct.
Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, and Asuka. That's it.
That's 4
That's
now.
it.
She's made those 4.
I'm sorry. Did I say Sasha Banks?
You said Sasha, Bianca, Asuka, and now it's Dana.
And now Dana. That's it. That's it. So that was a big deal for Dana. People were shitting on it, like, why Dana? It's Dana. Look, Dana's been busting her ass in this women's division for I don't know how long. All right. And she's been killing this 24/7 title stuff. Whether you think it's cheesy or not, it is what it is.
But that's the whole point of the title itself. It's supposed to be like the hardcore title. It's one of those titles that are supposed to be they're supposed to be fun, where everyone is running around doing fools, doing all this thing, make light to this thing. Yeah. And it's fun because you're putting others that are not usually on TV they've been on TV like almost every week.
Every week she is on TV. Dana used to sit in the back for months upon months. Tamina too. Months upon months. She's been on TV every week.
Truth. And mind you, these are people that they had there for years.
And then of course you
call
people,
them out there, they're gonna do what they need to do.
Then you have people, Becky fans, not all, most of us get it, but Becky fans on there talking about she's buried. She's buried. Why was she losing to Dana?
Why would she be buried? No.
Buried. You guys, like, number one, they're like, oh, Becky needs to leave. And then it came out, the whole thing was Becky's idea to put Dana over.
See?
And I'm like, you guys don't understand. She's okay taking an L for a story. This is a story.
This is a story. And she wants to. She's doing long-term storytelling.
Just like what Jerry said, it's about long-term storytelling when it comes to Becky, and I love it. That's all she cares about. She cares about a long-term story. That's what she wants. That's her focus now. You have to understand. She's made all her goals as far as as
what she needed to do.
Main eventing, being a double title holder. She's checked all her boxes. Yeah. Now her goal is to now raise these other women up, because as we know, as soon as a certain 4 women decide to retire and move on, whatever that may be to and whenever, they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't raise some of these other women up. And that is now her goal. That's what she wants to do.
Correct. That is a valid, very valid point, girl.
Just because Becky wants it doesn't mean it's good. I understand that. And don't get me wrong. Part of the segment in general was a little awkward. It was produced weird to me. However, I got what they were going for. And I was like, okay, like, I get it. And I was fine with the pin and all that. But the way it flowed was a little weird. So it could have been better produced for sure. However, I know exactly, I know what they were going for. And it probably could have been a little more effective. But either way, it wasn't bad. And it's okay that she took a L. And it's okay that Dana won. And everything's going to be okay, people. SP, I need you to expand. You said, love how you contradict yourselves. Now I need to know what you're talking about, sir.
I don't know if that was addressed to us or somebody in the comments, to be honest.
I don't know. CM said, we're not bashing her, we're bashing her character. Also, yeah, she's not a quality human being. What? Who said that? Love how you. Oh God, who said that? Okay, we'll figure that out. But Chuho Flex Kavana said, damn, I slept good. So you weren't up doing the New Japan thing with everybody? Well, Stephanie is an honest fan, and she can back up Becky and still criticize part of the segment. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Look, y'all know how much of a Becky fan I am. I don't love everything she's in. I don't love everything she's booked in. I just don't. It either makes sense or it doesn't, right? And I know that she's about the story. And if it doesn't make sense,
then we would have said that.
Sense.
Right.
Right? This made sense to me, but the way it was produced made it a little weird. The flow was off. And to me, it was off.
I feel like Becky is kind of sort of almost like the Sami Zayn character, because they're very obnoxious, but they're good at what they're doing, and they need to get their point across. So that's what she did when she did it with Dana. And then he did the same thing with Riddle. Kind of the same kind of spiel, if that makes sense, right? When he did it on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So it's like, if they win, they're going to be even more obnoxious, but they're going to be so good in that character because they're having fun. And if they lose, it's okay, because now they can go still on to the next thing and still be good and still either one, put the next person over, or two, win and still get it done. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. And she's established enough at this point, people. It doesn't matter whether she wins or loses. She is a top star. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Character-wise, internally, her character is absolutely falling apart. Right? She changed her whole social media to black. Like, there's no profile picture. It says ain't location, says void. Like, she's just depressed right now, people. She lost to Dana Brooke in the 24/7 title championship match, and she is lost.
Right. Yeah, she doesn't know what's going to happen.
She's going through it right now, people. So I'm just going to predict something right now. We'll see who gets added to the Money in the Bank match. I don't know if Becky's in it or not. I feel like she will end up being in it.
Right.
I can see her winning it. Now imagine her confidence boost when it goes all the way up, because now she's won the Money in the Bank match.
Right.
And when she finally cashes in, whenever that is, and she loses. Do you understand the devastation? Because no woman who's cashed in has ever lost.
Right.
Right? She would be the first. And I had people, I posted this, and I had people in my mentions, other Becky fans, what is your problem? Why do you want her to lose so much? Don't you understand this is hurting her? Why would you? I've never seen a fan want her to lose. I'm like, are you not? I just. Anyway, let's move on.
Right. I was to say, it's just gonna be more not understand. They don't understand the long-term goals. They don't understand storytelling. They're just in the moment of right now.
Your favorite doesn't need to win all the time, people. If it makes storyline sense, they don't need to win.
The whole point of the character is you have your wins, you have your losses. And if you're not the champ, you're going to have more losses than wins. That's just what it is. But that's how you tell
at in your story. She was the top
Bianca.
babyface.
Bianca had lost so many times after she lost to Becky at SummerSlam. It was like she was being buried alive. And we all said it. Why are they doing this to her? But it all makes sense, because she had to get back up to where she needed to be to get back to WrestleMania to win. Right or wrong.
She literally went to the back of the line and had to beat every single woman in the locker room to get back to the title. So anyway, moving on. Dana got the win. I'm happy for Dana. Go girl. She even posted on Twitter, Instagram, like how happy she was that this happened for her. Like she was like, she actually posted, it was a confidence boost for her. Because I think as a performer, you can get, especially for like a Dana, right? Where you're kind of stuck with this title. They're giving you TV time, but you don't know how to measure if you're doing well or not, or if it's impactful or not. I could see her maybe questioning that.
Like, am I doing my job well? Do they like me? Do I look good? Am I doing this move good? Like, did I do this enough where the crowd was pleased? And my little like 5 minutes of like TV time.
Yep. And I could see eventually her going, is this working? Right.
Right.
When she posted, she had the confidence boost of a lifetime from this win, because she knows how big of a deal it is. I don't know. I got a little teary-eyed. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, what top woman besides Sasha and Becky would let someone go over them do you see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I can't say let because it's not up to them how they're booked, but like most of the time that would have ended in a DQ.
Right.
Becky wanted Becky wanted that win for her, and it meant a lot to her. And I can see how thankful she is, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting emotional about it. Anyway, what else happened?
Morning.
Good morning, Frantic. Hi. Let's see. Sorry, you missed some chat while we were doing this. Queen Monet said her being the first failed female cash-in would be a great, and she can take that accolade. Correct. It would probably be if not the nail in the coffin, a nail in the coffin as far as her downfall, right? Her being the first woman to fail a cash-in. After being cocky with it, walking around with a briefcase, like, oh, I'm coming for you, right? And when she tries to cash in on Bianca, maybe it's at SummerSlam.
Right.
And she fell.
Or maybe she'll go and cash it in on Ronda. She still have unfinished business.
WrestleMania next year.
Right.
Who knows, people?
I would hope that the reign is like long and they don't even tell us about it. If you tell us about it, it's going to just make it even worse. Don't tell me.
I just want whoever wins the Money in the Bank to freaking hold on to the free briefcase for longer than 24 hours, please.
Please.
I hate that they've been cashing it in right away the last, 3 years? I'm like, yeah, come on.
Maybe because it was a pandemic, but still, nevertheless, I feel like give us those long reigns. Like, let it tease us. Don't do that, please.
SP, she tries to cash it on Bianca at SummerSlam, loses in 26 seconds.
Oh, yes.
Honestly, SP, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was not going to say it because I know how much people hated the 26 seconds. I didn't want to bring it up. But that's exactly what I thought. I'm like, what if she tries to cash it in at SummerSlam on Bianca and loses in 25 seconds?
Make it even worse. It's less time.
Make it worse. Because what does she do? Till this day, Becky doesn't have a title. Till this day, she still brags about beating Bianca in 26 seconds. If Bianca beats her in 25, she can no longer brag.
She should make it like 22.
Look, just saying. Hassan said hi there. I hope I said your name right, Hassan. Thank you. Hello. All right, let's move on. This involved Rhea, so that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yes.
There was a promo with Judgment Day, as we mentioned the countdown clock earlier. They were going to add a new member to their faction. So Rhea, Edge, and Damian Priest came out. They cut a promo, they do their thing, and they say, welcome to the newest member, blah, blah. Finn Balor's music hits. Everyone's like, what? Oh my God, pop. Some people already had predicted that was going to happen. He comes out, he tells them, look, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of the bullshit. They reached out to me, or I reached out to them, and we had a good conversation, and blah, 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 whatever. Then all of a sudden they said, we need to cut off the last thing holding us back. And they all turned towards Edge and kick Edge's ass. Rhea even got some licks in. I think that people did not see this coming. I know I didn't. I think people knew Finn was going to join. I just didn't realize they were getting rid of Edge. My assumption would be with Cody leaving or being out, they needed another babyface, and Edge is a great babyface. So I don't know if this was the plan all along or eventually, and they just sped it up. I don't know. But I actually love seeing Rhea interacting with these men and fighting them and getting her licks in. I don't know. I'm liking it so far. I think I want them to give her, not them. How do I say this? I want her eventually to do more, because right now she seems kind of like the background. Does that make sense? Like when she's in the ring with them all together. Oh, we lost Krssi. I'm like, am I talking to myself? But I like this segment. I was shocked, just as like everybody else. But this is the new faction. I'm assuming they're still called Judgment Day. Would be my guess. I don't know. SP said, Jack Sanders, nice talk about, wait, what? Ronnie's overrated, but she's happy to be there to collect a paycheck. Nice talk about her butt. And bash a woman. Go women empowerment. Oh, Lord. Y'all, leave Rhonda alone. Let her get her money and enjoy her baby and her life. I think Edge is better for Rhea and Damien's career than being tied to Finn, just because of the way, Steve Fall, who is somebody I do a Raw review with, and Krssi does a show with as well. Him and I talked about this, and he did not like them putting Finn in here either. And it's for the same, basically what you said, ALW. He feels that Finn has not been booked strong enough. He doesn't have the history that Edge does with WWE as far as titles and prestige, and he's not a Hall of Famer. Like, he feels Edge brings that up more than Finn would. Then there's other people on the other side who say they didn't like the dynamic with Rhea, Edge, and Damian Priest. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes, obviously, but I'm assuming SP. I hated it myself. So rushed, doesn't make sense. Finn has been booked like a loser. So after one conversation, Rhea and Damian turn on Edge. Correct. And this was Steve's issue. He was like, Finn has lost. He not just that he's lost or booked like a loser. It's the fact that Edge
booked like a loser. Jesus.
I mean, he
has been.
As much as I love Finn, he is.
No, they've dropped the ball on him plenty of times, and I don't even know how. And
he doesn't have the same prestige, if you will, as Edge. Edge is a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. Edge has been a multi-time world champion, right? Like, he has the accolades to back up running a faction.
Yep.
Finn does not. Now, Finn is respected in the wrestling industry. Do not get me wrong. I am not saying that. He does not have multi-world championships. He is not a Hall of Famer, right? He's still up and coming, really, if we're really thinking about it. And he just doesn't have the same level of prestige as Edge. And so, and again, to SP's point, it was very rushed. Again, I'm assuming because Cody is out. And I think Monet says this here. I know it came out that it was because Edge had creative differences, so they took the group from him. But they're probably would have built to that. Cody had to make them rush this. I do believe eventually Edge, they were going to turn on Edge. I just don't think it was supposed to happen right now. I think it's just because Cody is now out. They need another top baby face, and Edge is a big baby face. He's very loved. So unfortunately, it was very rushed. So I did not see this coming. I think when it happened, I'm like, oh shit! Like, I was like, oh, what's happening? So we'll see where it goes. I'm hoping this, to my point, actually, right when you were getting cut off, or when you cut off, I was talking to myself. I was like, what do you think, Krssi? And I'm like, hello.
Yeah, the rain is
so right now,
so this internet is like playing with me. It's all right.
It's Rhea right now seems like she's kind of in the background. And I want
the group?
Yes. And I want them to do more with her. I hate saying that. I need her to take the bull by the horns here, because this is now them repackaging her again.
Right.
She needs to take the bull by the horns here and stand out as the leader as much as she can, because she is the woman in the faction. She will get overshadowed easily by booking. So she kind of has to stand out for herself. That's just what I'm trying to say. They kind of did that at the end of Raw. And we'll get there. I would have done something just a little different, but I want this to be her breakout moment, right? She has the look.
She definitely has the look.
Talent.
Yes. I think she's better than Damian. Yes. She's
just bringing. Monet said, I feel Finn convinced them that they don't need Edge, not necessarily that they need Finn. Okay, that makes sense. And I did kind of get that sense. Like, they had a conversation and they came to the conclusion that Edge is still kind of holding them back a bit.
Right. Like, he's the older guy. Right. He's the older guy. We're young. We can move fast. We can do this ourselves. We don't really need to, like, he helped us, but now he didn't help us enough. So now we can just take this and we're going to run with it and we're going to go.
Yes.
And then she can elevate. She can be more forefront and more, and be out there. And like you said, since they've repackaged her yet again, since she's gonna have this match with with Bianca, I think that they'll give her more the shine that she deserved for when they gave her. Like, she's a champion. She's had the tag champs, and she was a Raw champion. So she can do this.
She can. I know she can.
As a matter of if will they let her is the question.
Well, that is part of the issue, but there have been other people that were told they can't, and they did. And so whether through social media, videos of her own, whatever it is, Rhea needs to take this and break out, right? Reggie Lopez, thank you for joining us. This was needed for all parties involved. Finn needed a fresh start. He did. Damian had to get back that steam and bring him closer to punishment. To Punishment Martinez. I agree. Rhea needed to drop tag partners and get back to the heel Rhea from NXT UK. So, to that point, heel Rhea from NXT UK was something else, man. She was ruthless. I still do not see that ruthlessness. Now, it could be because she's on main roster. She has.
She's probably holding back. She's probably not letting that. They're probably like. I feel like if she does go all full blown, she might get in trouble, and I don't think she wants that right away. She wants to be in good graces, right? Maybe she's still trying to get in good graces with people, make them still like see that she can do this, and then go boom and let it just. And that's what I was gonna say. I'm like,
let's give it time.
Right.
Right now, she's seeming background, but we have not seen her in this new setup with this faction. Put together yet. So I'm curious to see where this goes. The main event of the SP. I think they have had Rhea stand out though. She has been the reason they had the upper hand on Bull Live Club or they won at Hell in a Cell. Ripley also held back the references from the beatdown. Held back from the referees from the beatdown on Raw. This is true. This is true. She had the chair in the ring. I'm trying to figure out how to put this. When I say Edge was the mouthpiece of the group, right? Damian and Rhea would get their promos in
here and there, but mostly it was him doing talking.
It was mostly Edge. What I'm saying is, I want Rhea to step up and cut Damian off one night and say, "Look, enough of that bullshit. Here's what really I need her to stand out from the others, if that makes sense." And unfortunately, with women in pro wrestling, you have to work 10 times harder still to be the top person. Okay. And Rhea is in a faction with men, which I absolutely love. I love intergender factions, but it's easy for them to fall behind
in the cracks. Yes. Somebody said something about age. Yes, Damian is 40. However, Eddie, we're not talking about like age-wise. We're talking like time being in the ring, wrestling. Edge is the veteran of the group.
In WWE, not that he's the older in WWE. Edge is the veteran.
He's the older person.
Has the most accolades.
Right.
He has the prestige. Damian does not have any of that with WWE yet.
Right.
He's at the U.S. Championship. That's it.
That's all he's had. He did a match for Bad Bunny.
It was amazing. He had a great run with the U.S. side. I'm not even mad at it. But him and Rhea more because this is about women on the show. I want Rhea to break out from this. This is her chance to show people even more so who she is, right? Let's see. Reggie said her aggression, her physicality gotta increase. Correct. That's all I'm saying. I just need her to stand out. I want you to leave a segment with that group and go, Rhea was the star of that.
Yep.
She stood out in that. Yep. I want people to be talking about Rhea on the timeline. I want her trending on the timeline because of whatever she did stood out from the group. That's all I'm saying. SP, to be fair, Rhea is now the best promo in the group with Edge out. Very true.
Very, very true.
Very true.
However, we're just saying that we just want to see her push out more.
I want her to get out of this group. When she gets out of this group, I want her to break out and be the bona fide star of this group, if that makes sense. because she has that, right? I want her to be the top contender continuously for Bianca or whoever has that title. Rhea should be on her way to being a top star, right? They kind of strapped a rocket to her in fall of 2019, and then they pulled it back.
Yep.
Why they pulled it back, I'm not sure. I think she was having some consistency issues, and I think they were like, she's really young because she is super young, guys. And so they kind of pulled back on the reins a bit and said, all right, she has time, right?
Yep.
We don't need to get her there yet. She has time. So she is young, and I think now is the time, though, when you see 4 horsewomen kind of stepping aside
and letting the other
this is the time now for her to now break out of that mold. SP, she ran into the juggernaut known as Charlotte Flair. That is correct. And so, to my point, they did not see Rhea
as one of those
up there with Charlotte Flair,
right?
Yet, they have not had her beat Bex. They have not. So it's just she's not Bianca.
They don't see that
Rhea has not. They don't
see her as one of those. Yeah.
They have to see something from her to get her to that level, and that's what I mean by breakout. She has to be the breakout in this, so they can go. We trust her. She can beat the 4 horsewomen.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's what she has to get to, and I think she's getting there. This group, I think, and the Hill character, I think, can get her there, but that she needs some of that ruthlessness from UK. That's polished up a bit more now on main roster. Monet, you need to stop giving Rhea a script. Just give her bullet points because W script.
It's just something that we already know that they do. Like we can hope for it all the time.
Yeah.
But we know what they do. This is classic.
And they only trust certain people, guys.
Right.
There's only certain people they trust with bullet points. And most other people are gonna have a script until you can prove to them you don't need it. Right? So we'll see. Anyway, the Fatal 4-Way main event between Doudrop, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley. Great match. Great match. There were some spots that were a little whatever.
Yeah. A little sloppy-ish, but
I love seeing 4 women in the main event that weren't your norms, right?
Yes.
That are always in the main event per se. And I love that it was a contenders match, but not all the same people, right? It was 4 people that don't always get to be in contenders matches. And I think the first for Alexa Bliss in a long time.
Yeah.
So I actually was kind of hoping Alexa was going to win. I want to see Alexa versus Bianca, but I understand that whoever goes against Bianca has to lose. So I don't think they wanted Alexa to lose quite yet.
She's lost already. What do you mean?
Well, remember they're rebuilding her, and so now she's like 4-0.
Oh, okay, sure.
Whatever. I'm sorry. Her return, her second return. She is now 4-0. Her first return, she lost.
She came back in Elimination Chamber and she lost because that was her big. She came back and she lost.
Correct.
So what are we? Okay, fine.
Great match. I actually thought the way they were building it, I thought Doudrop was actually going to win. I knew Liv wasn't. Obviously, I always assume Rhea is a contender to win. Obviously, it's Rhea. But I wanted Alexa to win because I really like the chemistry between Bianca and Alexa. I think they could have a great feud. I don't know. It was a great match. I love the finish. I love that Rhea did her finisher on Doudrop. I've only seen it once before in the UK when they were both over there. So it was really cool to see again. I think they did it on Raw once also. I just didn't see the episode. But I loved it. So this is the scene I'm talking about.
This right here.
So Rhea won.
She's in the middle. Like, look at her in the middle of the guys. Yeah. Yep.
I wanted her in that ending shot, and she eventually did step up. But I wanted her to be in the front. Does that make sense?
Instead of being in the middle, like being in the I
want to see them behind her.
Yeah.
And her in the forefront talking her shit. Eventually, she got on the ropes, I believe, and you kind of saw a side shot of it, and they cut away. I would have loved to see that front and center, right? Like, just have Rhea be that spotlight, talking shit right then and there. I And eventually she did get on the ropes, but again, it was right when they cut off the TV. So either way, I'm excited. Rhea did win. She pinned Doudrop. She is going to Money in the Bank versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. Look,
Monet says she's 4-1 now.
Oh yeah, I guess she lost the contenders match. She's 4-1. Do you count the contenders match? I guess yeah. I guess it's a loss. She didn't get pinned, but it's a loss, right? She didn't win.
She didn't win, so it doesn't matter if she didn't get the pin. I mean,
it's just
come on, it's a loss.
Look, her being front and center after the promo would be mixed messages because the reason they gave for turning Edge. Right. No. I'm not talking about her being front and center for the promo. I'm talking about front and center at the ending shot. When the show was over. That's what she's talking about. Because they had the three of them standing in the line. Instead of standing in the line, have Rhea up front seeing how she just fucking won. And have the two in the back just kind of as that reminder, like she has backup. Right? So now Bianca has to watch backup too. Nobody. Yeah. Well, there's 2 men with solo cups. I'm just saying. Yeah, but that's on the same show as the promo where they gave the reason for turning on Edge. I get it, but Rhea just won a match. Have her talk her shit and be on the ropes and be on her face. That was the same show
as the promos gave the. Oh, he took it off.
These 2 women have amazing matches. No matter whether it was NXT, whether it was on main roster, they are hard hitting and they are great. And I am looking so forward to these two renditions of Bianca and Rhea going at it. We've had, I think in NXT, we had heel Bianca and face Rhea. And then on main roster, we had face versus face. But this will be Rhea heel, Bianca face. So I don't know. And they're at 2 totally different levels to me now. So I'm really excited to see what they come up with for Money in the Bank. Again, I'll be there live. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for your videos and see everything that you're gonna, see at Money in the Bank. So I'm excited for you.
It's my first Money in the Bank. It's my first one, so I'm excited.
Ooh, that's fun.
That was it for Raw. Let's move on to NXT.
Okay.
2.0. I did not watch this live, people. I had to go back and watch it later because I did want to see the match between Tiffany and Roxanne. So it was the NXT Breakout Tournament Finals. Roxy. It was the tournament finals between Roxanne Perez, aka Roxy, and Tiffany Stratton. Now, I'm gonna say something. You need to make a vlog to play on the following serving. Yes. Yeah.
Make a vlog. You can put it on you.
I will. I'm gonna do that. That's a good idea. Let me write that down because I'm old. I have mama brain, so just give me a minute.
It's okay, friend. No worries.
So let me just say this. I'm gonna preface this with this. Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton are my 2 picks for being huge future stars in this company. These 2, to me, are my favorites, number 1 on NXT 2.0. I love them. I love them both. I don't know, man. Tiffany impresses me every time that woman gets in the ring. Again, we talked about this. She's just polished. Her look is polished. I don't know. I just enjoy her work very much. And then Roxanne is just at a whole nother level, man. She could honestly go to the main roster with her talents. She's just really good. Roxanne got the win after a great match. Look, I'm gonna say something.
And she looks good too. Like I thought her outfit and her makeup, everything she did so. Once I went back and watched it, yes, she looks so cute. And she's definitely a future star. I mean, I guess they're gonna give her this push because they brought her in from another company, excuse me. And they're gonna elevate her in NXT. I mean, she needs to be in NXT. They need these women to like push this 2.0 brand.
Yes. No, I'm assuming one of them's end up being champ. Look,
Eventually, I don't know if Mandy's losing these belts anytime soon.
Girl, I'm tired.
Are you really?
I'm tired. Like,
are you tired of her and Toxic Attraction, friend?
Well, I don't know, because it's some of the best work of Mandy's career.
Yes,
I can't deny that. But I'm tired. Who's gonna beat her? It has to be Roxanne. It has to be Alba. Cora. I don't know. I don't see Cora there yet, personally. No. I think Roxanne's better than Cora. I'm sorry, people.
Yep.
Don't be mad at me.
I agree. I 100% agree with you. The character is cute and all, but I feel like Roxanne, is much better.
Eddie said Roxanne Perez has it. She does. She really does. Queen SP's Tiffany Stratton got my favorite character of the 2.0.
I like Tiffany. I'm loving.
I don't know what that's supposed to say. Tiffany Stratton. You mean is my favorite character of the 2.0 era?
I think it's him. I think it's him. It got his favorite character of the 2.0 era so far. I think it's one of his favorite characters.
Yes, I don't.
I love the Tiffany Blue. I love the Barbie doll character type still. But,
I love it. Normally, I would think I'd find something like that annoying, but she does it so well, and her in-ring work matches her character, right? Like it's just look. I'm gonna say something, and I don't want y'all to be mad at me. Tiffany Stratton's moonsault is beautiful. All right. It might be better than someone's on main roster, which I'm not going to mention because I don't want Romeo to kill me.
Oh, well, you can say the name because you just said Romeo. We all know who Romeo loves.
I just think she has a beautiful moonsault, people. I don't know. It's beautiful. Monet said, I didn't like her in the beginning, but Tiffany's now my favorite thing. To be honest, Monet, it wasn't until a month or two ago I really actually watched her. I had seen her here and there, but I actually paid attention to her and her match, and I was like, "Huh, this gal's pretty great." And so I kept watching, and I'm like, oh, "God, she's really good." And I just kept watching, and I'm like, "I like this girl." So I just wasn't paying attention, to be honest, to her, and now I do. So. No, I really love it. When she busted out the best moonsault ever, I popped big time. Correct. I was just like, this is great. She has a great moonsault, people. I just want to put that out there. I'm not going to say anything else. Monet said, woo.
You guys are being trolls.
CM, Charlotte's moonsault is bowling shoe ugly. Stop it, CM.
Not bowling shoe ugly.
Look,
okay, first of all,
Charlotte gets a lot of here's the Charlotte's moonsaults. They're very high. So the way Charlotte does hers, it's for a main roster show. It's for a pay-per-view, right? It's supposed to doesn't
always connect. That's why.
It doesn't always connect, but the aerial part is what it's all about because it's getting the photos, the fans getting their cameras out, right? The way she climbs up to the ropes, she does it very slowly and purposely. So you have time to get your camera out, right? Like the way she does it is for the looks, if you will, of it. It doesn't always connect right. Which I think is why people are like, ugh, like that was
right. It can come off sloppy. It can come off very sloppy. It can come off where she's supposed to be. If she's the queen, why can't she connect with the moonsault? That's where people are coming from. If you're this high, if you're one of the top girls, you're one of the 4 horsewomen, and you can do this, why can't you do a proper moonsault better? That's all.
It's not even that. You have people literally calling this woman the greatest wrestler in WWE, and then people go, "She's not connecting her moonsault." What do you like? What? That's why. But there's another level to it, and that's the show part of it, right? Her moonsaults are for show. Io, Tiffany, oh my God, my mind just went blank. Anyway, Io, Shirai, and Tiffany's are for impact. They're not for show, right? Even though Io's are beautiful. Yeah. I love watching Io do a moonsault. Hers hit, right?
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Now given that could be on their opponent not being in the right spot, but Io's look good and they hit. They looked impactful is what I mean. Like it looks like it hurts. True Hill, Flex Kavanaugh, Battle of the Moonsaults. featuring the Queen versus Daddy's Little Princess.
I love that, actually.
I would like to see it one day. I'm just saying.
I would.
I'm just saying. Y'all act like I don't talk about Charlotte and Romeo's here. I try to respect people's favorites. I'm not trying to talk. People talk crap about Becky all the time, and I'm like, I guess if you don't like it, it's cool, whatever. Is it possible Charlotte doesn't trust people to catch her? That is possible. I mean, a lot of the time Charlotte lands on her feet. And maybe
she does actually.
She lands on her feet a lot. Maybe that's why. Maybe she doesn't. She wants to lessen the impact on people, maybe a little bit. So that's why she lands on her feet, or she doesn't trust people to catch her. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'd have to ask Charlotte. I don't know. But I know hers are more for show than they are for impact. And between two beards, what good friends? Who? Who's good friends?
Mm.
All right. NXT. So anyway, Roxanne got the win. She got the contract for a future title shot. Her bestie, Cora Jade, came out to celebrate with her. Woo! And of course, Toxic Attraction made an appearance, came out, talked their shit, ended up in a brawl. And then Indy Hartwell came out to help Cora and Roxanne. So I'm assuming we're headed for a 3-way at some point here.
Yeah.
So someone actually wrote they think Roxanne might cash in her thing for a tag title shot, and I'm like,
don't do that. Like, they did that the last time. And then those girls lost. Don't cash in shot for something with a tag team partner. If you don't have a tag partner, don't do it. You can, and it's probably the people in the damn back that told them to do this stupidness too.
That's what I'm saying. If they book this woman to cash in her title shot for a tag title shot,
annoyed already.
Look, I don't mind her getting the tag titles, but do not use your title shot to do it. Like, I want her to hold on to that thing until it's the right time. Same as the briefcase. Hold on to it until it's the right time.
Yep. Facts on
SP said it's a 6-woman tag next week. There we go. With Toxic Attraction versus Roxanne, Cora, and Indy. No, I legit called this last week because they're pushing Roxy and Cora being best friends. Oh, that's why you said that. Okay, and we're back. I'm like, I think it's about me and Krssi. I'm like, I do love her. I do.
Right. Okay. See, my thing with I feel like they keep doing this whole like copy and paste foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? Especially on NXT.
I mean, it's WWE.
Well,
I love them. I love them to death, people.
All right, then that retracts my statement because it is WWE. Never mind.
They do this. I don't want them. I don't want them to.
We don't because they don't need to. Ugh.
I could see them not wanting Roxanne to lose just yet. To Mandy. So maybe they're like, we don't have her cash it on her because we don't want her taking that L. But just challenge for the tag titles and call the day. Anyway.
They did lose to that part.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I think if Cora and Roxanne went for the tag titles, they would actually win.
You think so?
They're the only viable option, in my perspective at this point, that could beat them.
Okay.
The only other tag team that even had a chance, which was Kaden and Katana, lost. So,
and I think they were pretty good too.
Roxanne her second
and
match.
They're a legit tag team.
After that. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they want Roxanne. Sorry, SP. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they want Roxanne to continuously lose to Mandy. Like so I wouldn't cash it in on her until it's time, right? Like the right time. Exactly. There's no more tag teams that Toxic Attraction hasn't beat. Cora and Roxy is the best option. I mean, it's believable as well. To me, those two are believable too that could actually beat Toxic Attraction and hold them and have the same, interest, viewers, fans, whatever. So
yeah, let them have that that point of like going against you. Just don't use her contract.
Just don't use the contract for it. That's all I'm saying. Just don't, please. Between Two Beards said, and Roxanne absolutely should go after Mandy. Mandy needs a new challenger. Not yet. I don't want. Yes, Mandy does need a new challenger. I don't want Roxanne going after her yet. Because I do believe it's either going to be Roxanne or Alba that take the title off of Mandy eventually. So I don't want Roxanne there yet. They need tag team contenders. I'm okay with them putting Roxanne and Cora in a tag team if you don't want them to continuously lose singles matches between Mandy. Because they're not, it's clear they're not Mandy's not dropping that title.
That title, yeah. I'm after summer, I'm telling you.
It's going to be, yeah. She did say that last week. I think it's not going to be probably till fall. Alba Fire or Booty Giuliani, aka Nikita Lyons.
Well, we don't want Nikita to. We're not.
See, I don't think Nikita's there yet. Now, don't get me wrong. I know the company's behind her. I know that they like everything they're seeing. I have to agree. She has all the
Alba
stuff.
Fire. Yep.
But I don't think she's there yet. I don't think she's at hold the main title for AEW women yet. Alba, I could see.
That's who I would want to like dethrone her. That's who I'm going for.
Yeah. This is Vince McMahon's WWE, not ours. So that's why Donald Rump gonna be an option. Look,
Donald SP, come on.
I mean, you're right. But SP. Anyway, then there was a match between Alba Fire and Tatum Paxley. It was okay. I mean, Alba got some great offense in. She looked dominant. Again, they're rebuilding her. They're building her again. And she looked great.
Yeah.
She looked great. It was, she carried most of it. But the more pressing thing that happened, if you will, was after the match. Alba is making her way back up the ramp or up the whatever you call it, entranceway. And she turns around, look at the audience, and she, does her thing. And all of a sudden, Lash Legend comes out of nowhere and kicks the shit out of her. I mean, it looked like it hurt.
She mule kicked that
woman's hard.
Like she's like, you've seen a mule or a horse kick someone? That's how that looked.
It looked like it hurt. So with Nikita being out, they wanted probably Lash to feud with someone else. And looks like Alba is her next target. So I'm actually excited to see this. I think Alba can give Lash a great match. Ladarius, I can see Cora and Roxy truly beating Toxic Attraction for tag team titles. Save the contract. I agree.
Same. That's what we're saying.
Contract until it is the right time, Roxanne. I will at you on Twitter every day if I need to and say, Roxanne, do not cash in that contract.
Maybe you need to do that.
The script says. Eddie, Roxanne's ready for the NXT Women's title. She's so much better than me. Roxanne was wrestling circles around Mandy in their first match. I just want to say, not that Mandy's bad. Roxanne is better.
It's much better. Yeah, and she that prove why they brought you here, girl. That's all we're saying. Prove why they brought you over here, or prove why you signed with this company.
Roxanne will be on main roster.
Hello, how are you?
In the next year, I believe. Maybe a year or two. Alex! Hi, girl. That's my sister. Hi, Alex. All the way from France. Girl, isn't it nighttime there?
She's like SP. I think it's like late afternoon.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what time it is. Sorry. I just assume it's always nighttime if it's daytime here. It's really bad way to think. I'm like, oh, it must be nighttime for them. I'm a dork. I don't like Lash Legend, especially her character. Monet, why not?
No, okay. It has to. Okay.
She's all right.
I feel like before when they first had her doing those little like Wendy Williams-esque like talk show things, TV, I was like, that was not good. But then after she got on TV and she, did her thing, there's something there. You just didn't see it yet. Just give it some time. It's something that's there. She's one of those, and she's a big girl.
She's a big girl.
So she can, you need the big girls too. I said this yesterday. I was like, why do we have so much like big guys or whatever, like in wrestling? Well, we need big girls too then. Come on.
Absolutely.
Meaning tall.
CM
said, that's not the skinny ones. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
Yeah. Thick. With 2 C's. THICC. Thick. I love Legend just popping up and kicking the shit out of folks. I do too, CM. I mean, that's what she does.
It was really good.
She kicked Nikita that one time out the chair. I mean, devastated. I was like, whew, to that. it looks like it hurts when that woman kicks people. I'm sorry, but it really does. And she always has like combat boots on. I'm like, Alba Fire versus Lash Legend could be a good match. I think Alba will give Lash probably her best match. Alba can carry pretty much anybody, anytime, and Lash is actually getting better, much better. And so I think Alba and her could actually have a really good, hard hitting match. So I'm assuming they're gonna have a match here soon. Alex said it's 6 p.m. in France.
Oh, wait, 6 p.m. over there. Okay.
And
so it's gonna be nighttime.
SP says 5:15 p.m. See, I'm not completely off. It's almost night.
Well, if it's like over here, like when does it get dark over? Like for us now, it's getting dark around like 8:20.
Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock, 8:05. It gets dark around.
So it's still light probably by them, depending on the weather as well. Like but
yes,
it's still.
Either way, we appreciate you guys being on here late at night on your Sunday night, and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex. It's my sister. My sister from another mister. I guess that was it for NXT. Let's move on to Dynamite, which Alex said it's wine time here. Yes, girl.
Yes, girl.
Is it too early? I got a mimosa. It's 9:17 a.m. here. I get a mimosa.
Oh, I wish I was okay. Yeah, you can. I love mimosas. Great way to start your brunch.
Hey, babe. Mimosa. I'm kidding.
SP says it gets darker by him at 9 p.m. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's super late.
Right.
Yeah, it's like 8. I'm gonna say it's like 8:15. It gets dark here now. But I'm on the West Coast, so I don't know if that makes a difference. But
yeah, on the east side, we are getting dark 8:15, 8:30 ish. Suppose
So about the same because at 8 o'clock my time, it's 11 o'clock your time when we're getting dark here. So it's about the same.
The Earth and the sun is shifting very slowly.
Yeah, it's shifting. It's messing up my baby's sleep pattern. That's what it's doing. But anyway, because it gets light earlier. So now his little ass is getting up at like 6. I'm like, come on.
Oh, yeah. I don't miss those. Okay, yeah. Go ahead,
toddler problems. Dynamite. I did watch this live. So I told you I was going to circle back to this when I got to AEW. So we talked about Thunder Rosa and her reign. I had suggested some things that make it better, that would make it better, as in defending on the show her title.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Guess what she did on Dynamite this week? She defended her title on the show.
Great job.
So what would I be upset about? Well, the setup of the match was done online. So if you weren't on Twitter and you just went into the show, they at least play. Don't get me wrong. They played the clip during Dynamite at some point. I forget. They played the clip, and I'm like, okay, at least they played the clip that set up the match, right? Which is Thunder Rosa talking to Tony. She basically issues an open challenge, and one woman shows up. Nobody else. No one else is interested in the title. One woman, and that's Marina Shafir. And they set up a match, and they're having a match on Dynamite. So, and then they showed the clip on Dynamite that was posted online a couple hours before that set up this match.
See, I watched this online because I was at a school prom, but
You watched the show?
I didn't watch the show live because I was chaperoning a prom.
Nice.
For work.
Keep them kids in line.
Them kids were showing me stuff that I ain't seen before. So
you're like, what is going on here?
I'm like someone's old auntie now. It's bad.
You're like, what dance is this now?
Right. Okay. What does that even mean? Like what? Okay. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, but yeah, I saw it on. So I didn't like backstage. They just the clip I saw was like they straight to the match. But go ahead, explain more.
So I'm not even complaining because I am happy she has a match on the show defending her title. She's defending champion. How I would have changed the booking of the setup is number one, do it on the show, right? Have Thunder Rosa come out without fucking Tony. God bless it. Tony's in every fucking thing with the women. Just leave Tony in the back.
He is. He really is, though. Like, he's the only one that does the stuff for the women.
I'm like, have Thunder Rosa come out with the mic to open your show because the women's title is equal to the world title and it's just as important. Have her come out with the mic and say, I know I missed you guys last week, but your women's champion's here, Thunder Rosa, meta, whatever. I'm issuing an open challenge tonight to anyone who wants a title shot, right? That's it. And then have like 3 or 4 women show up and have them all take each other out until Marina Shafir is the last one standing. And there you go. Now you have an in-arena crowd, now hyped up for this because now they just saw a big old brawl happen and now it's her and Marina and they're the ones fighting later. Right? It gets the interest back from the crowd. Unfortunately, these crowds don't always pop for the women's stuff. So you have to kind of get them interested, right? And then after that, then just kick off your battle royale and go on. But
right.
Anyway, I'm just saying that's how I would have changed it. It would have gotten the crowd more into this matchup, right? But whatever. So Thunder Rosa versus Marina happened. What's up, ladies? How are you doing? What's up, Sandman?
Hello.
Happy Sunday. Well, they had the casino battle royale kick off the show. I know they did. They did it first to give Kyle enough time to get ready for the main event. But I get what I understand. But they could have taken 5 minutes to set this up with Rosa and set up Marina and her and made it an important feature of the show.
Take a page out of WWE book.
I'm sorry. You could have set this up for 5 minutes. SP. That's all they needed. That's it. Have her come out. She missed the show last week. Well, she missed the show last week because she was sick in LA. So, and everyone was like, "Where's Rosa? Where's Rosa? Why isn't she the first thing you're fucking seeing on the next show?" Going, your champ's here. All right, sorry, missed y'all last week, but I'm doing an open challenge to make up for it. Right?
Perfect. That would have been perfect.
Have 3 or 4 women come out, have them duke it out, whatever, fight each other until Marina's the last one standing there right at the top of the ramp. Her and Thunder Rosa do it like a face-to-face and say, "I'll see you later." That's it. And then hit whoever's music is next for the Battle Royale. And 5 minutes. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. So
I'm saying you're right, but I do at the top of the second hour and at the start of the show. That could have happened too. I just want to get these crowds into the women a little more. They're going to have to give them more. You have to give them a reason to be excited about Marina Shafir versus Thunder Rosa. Marina Shafir got 0 pop. 0. There's no reason to think she can beat Thunder Rosa. They've not built her that way. Anyway. Let's see. Anyway, there was a match. Sorry. Thank you for subscribing and liking. I appreciate it. Share with your friends. We do appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate all of that.
We really do. Thunder Rosa versus Marina did happen. 2 totally different styles of wrestling here.
Yep.
And I kind of like that. But there were parts where it was sloppy. And
they have to probably this was their first time with each other. They have to
I mean, this is part of the problem when you don't have the women consistently wrestling on the television. Right? Wrestling on TV in front of a crowd is different than training. It's different than wrestling in a house show. You have to know camera angles. You have to know all of that stuff. And the more these women wrestle in front of the camera on the show, the better the matches will be. Case in point, Liv Morgan, who never used to be on TV much, she was in catering, was consistently been on TV and wrestling since the beginning of the year, has gotten better in the ring on TV because she has been consistently doing it.
Correct.
If Marina had been on TV or whatever, practicing her camera angles, practicing her spots, right, that look good for the camera, the match could have probably been better.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad match. Rosa kind of had to carry it. She had to kind of fix some things, but I was just glad to see her defending. The audience got into certain parts of it. They could have given a little more. They popped hard when Tony came out. So basically, what happened is Rosa got the pin. Rosa won. And then Marina got pissed and just started decimating Rosa and kicking her ass and beating her up. Just pissed off that she lost, right? Tony Storm comes running out and helps Rosa. And I'm like, yes, Rosa has a friend. Yes, right? She helps Rosa out. Yeah, you see this shot here. Tony picks up the title.
Yep.
Kind of looks at it like, oh my God, I want this, right? Like with that want in her eyes. And then she kind of snaps back into it and goes, oh, and then hands it over to Rosa, right? And Rosa's looking at her and she's looking at Rosa and they kind of look at each other and you could be like, all right, so this is definitely a future title match that's going to happen. I don't know when.
I would love to see it happen.
I can't wait. So they teased that and that was it. But I think, I don't know if Tony's next for her or if it's just a future tease, right?
I probably would do maybe future tease. It's not right away. Tony literally just got there. But who knows? We'll see. I would love to see it.
Eric Clark. So is Tony next on the Challenge Thunder? I don't know. I guess we'll find out on the next Dynamite. We'll see. I mean, they typically do teases with AEW. I think it's usually they do a lot of future teases, right? They do a lot of this like take Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, for instance. Tension has been building with those two for a while, right? We know it's eventually going to happen. They've teased things, they've looked at each other certain ways, but it hasn't happened yet. I think AEW does a great job of kind of letting things simmer a bit.
Right.
And so this might not be right away, but it's definitely happening. So it's Tony. This is what we just read. Thunder Rosa is better than Tony Storm, just with honesty where I'm coming from. Eddie, Rosa versus Tony, let's go.
You're entitled to your opinion, friend. That's fine. It's cool.
Absolutely.
That's what you feel. Some myself and others may not. That's all.
I'm thinking on this right now. I don't know. In my personal opinion, Thunder Rosa is a better all-around wrestler.
She's a wrestler.
Yes.
Tony does wrestling.
I think Rosa has more experience.
Right.
I don't know. I think the match is going to be good whenever it does happen. My personal opinion, though, Rosa is a little better than Tony, in my opinion. Maybe even a lot better. In a certain way. Sorry. SP, I agree with Film Nation. Rosa is the total package. There are two of the best women on the roster, though. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely two of the best. I love watching either one of them wrestle. I just think Rosa is a better all-around wrestler.
She's like the Bret Hart. She's a technical wrestler.
She is. Like, I love just watching that woman wrestle. Like when you let her just go.
She's a technical wrestler. She doesn't have to do all of these big things or whatever. She does technical wrestling. I think that's why people love Bret Hart so much, because he was a technical wrestler. He didn't have to do all these jumps and all these other things like that, but he performed his ass off when he got into the ring, and that's what Thunder Rosa is.
Yep. And in the ring, Bret was very good at character work, and Rosa's good at character work, right? She shouts things in Spanish. She, talks her shit, even though she's face. She talks her shit, right? Like she's good at that, and I love seeing that. Ladarius, thank you, Ladarius, with the super chat.
Thank you so
much. Love what you ladies do.
Also
love Thunder Rosa. Thank you so much, Ladarius. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. You are one of the most supportive people that I've ever met on Twitter, and I really do appreciate you. Thank you for that. We always appreciate the super chats. It helps us out. Helps the channel out. So thank you. And I'm glad you guys enjoy what we do.
Yes.
Obviously, we're doing this because we love wrestling just like you guys, right? And we love the women of pro wrestling just like you guys. And We want what's best for them. And I never want anything on here to come off like we are just complaining. It's because we're criticizing and we're saying this is what could be done better. That's all we're saying.
We're just giving our opinions, guys.
That's it's our opinion.
We're not saying there's a right or wrong answer to any of this stuff. We just fans of wrestling like you guys are. You guys are. And we don't never want to like hurt or make someone feel like what we're saying is bashing or anything like that. We're just giving our critique and saying we're just giving opinions. That's really what it all boils down, and we're having a good time at the same time. We could be doing other things, you know.
I could be out there rolling around right now.
Right. I could be sleeping. You know.
Right.
That's all.
I love doing this, and that's why we are here. We both
correct.
Exactly. Eddie James, Toni Storm is very hard hitting. She is. Her and Jamie Hayter, man. Those two, they have hard hitting matches. SP, I say Rosa Serena was the third best women's match of the year, far behind Rosa Athena, Warrior Wrestling, and Bianca. I agree. Steve and Rosa, that match was just the build subpar, but that match delivered on all fronts.
I mean, as we said, it was, you know, like yes, they didn't do anything for the women for that pay-per-view. However, no worries, because they said if you didn't see any build, no worries. We're going to give you a wrestling that you'll never forget.
We're going to give you a match to talk about. All right.
And people talked about it.
Film Nation said, absolutely, Stephanie, thumbs up for the women's wrestling division. Absolutely. We love them. They're changing the game. And to me, the most interesting parts of the show a lot of the time. So can we please talk about the baddies? Yes, we're getting there. I apologize.
Almost there. We're almost there.
There was a backstage promo with Toni. No offense to Toni.
Toni again.
Toni. Look, I'm just saying. They give you something else to do. I guess it's his job. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Anyway,
he's the only one that they feel like is like can like hold his own and like carry them through to, you know, as they join the promos. Maybe.
Well, hey everybody, it's Tony Schiavone of All Elite Wrestling, and this is True Hill Heat, and I said it right, you motherfuckers.
We love you, friend.
Hi, Tony.
You know who reminds me of, and I noticed this. If I watch a lot of HGTV. If you know who Mike Holmes,
I do.
Tony is just like him. He's that white boy that can come to the cookout. Like, he has both his ears pierced, got the big diamond rings, like he's one of the rappers. That's who he reminds me of.
Yes,
I was that to my husband. I was like, wait. Tony Schiavone has both. He wasn't like that when he was in WCW. Like, when did this elevation happen? You know
when did this happen? When did this character development happen?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So I was like,
he's almost like the Michael Cole of AEW, and I mean that in the sense of everyone shits on him, right? Like Michael Cole is the one all the heel women just go after, right? And Tony,
they won't go after anyone else.
From Britt, from Jade, from the baddies. Like, he's just getting it left and right, man. Like, Tony's just like, cut the shit. Schiavone is there for Jade promos just so she can say, cut the shit, Tony. Correct. Yeah. Sorry, but there was a backstage promo with Jade, Stokely, and the baddies, and it's one of the funniest promos. I think. I don't know. It was hilarious. Stokely is just fucking gold, man.
Like he never left. Like he was never off for a few days. You know what I'm saying? Like just moves right in. Like
when he's like, so they're promoting the match on Rampage with Red Velvet versus Chris Statlander, and so Stokely's like, yeah, when Velvet, you know, she's gonna kick out whatever, and you know, when she goes against that. What's that woman? Was it? Oh yeah, who's the big head girl from outer space? And I lost it. And I was like, he did not just say that on live television. And then he made it worse because the girls are like, Chris Statland, and he goes, oh yeah, Christian Highlander. And I about fell on the ground. I was laughing. I was in tears. I'm like, this man did not. Oh my God. It was just, it's so simple, but it's just great, right? Like the disrespect.
Christian Highlander.
Christian Highlander. Stokely's just great, man.
He's like SP. He's a gem. He's always been one. He's always been that. He's that mouthpiece that wrestling needs.
Yes. Frantic said, I think Shivani likes being around all the AEW women. Look, I'm not mad at them.
I mean, if that's whatever. Listen.
Do your thing, sir. I get it.
Just don't disrespect them. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. I said it right, you motherfuckers. I know. Thanks, Tony. Nice promo from Shivani. Yeah. Ladarius, Shivani's always welcome to the cookout.
I mean, yeah, that's just what it is. You know, he's that. He has the honorary. Yeah.
Anyway, it was a really good backstage promo. It but promoted the match on Rampage between Red Velvet and Chris. And that was it for Dynamite for the women.
Yep.
We can move on to SmackDown. Again, I did not watch it live. I know you have to, friend. I apologize in advance. However, I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised. I actually watched SmackDown. It wasn't live. It was live and it wasn't live. It wasn't live East Coast time. I watched West Coast time. But I did watch it on cable.
Okay. So it had already happened, so you just watched it after we've seen it live, basically. So it was already taped for you, basically.
Yeah. I just watched the West Coast time. I was pleasantly surprised. So Rhonda cut a very short promo. Love USP.
Shotzi got Shotzi'd.
Shotzi cut her off and said, "Oh my God, shut the hell up!" And everyone popped. I didn't get it, SB. Actually, I'm not. There was a pop. I apologize. But so they set up a match right then and there.
Who did her makeup? Who did Rhonda's makeup? Like, this is ridiculous. This is bad. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Is that supposed to be like devil horns on her eyebrow, like her eyebrows or something? I don't know
what it is.
If you're gonna take a book out of Sensational Sherry,
she's Ronda freaking Rousey. It doesn't matter what her eyes look like, I guess. Yeah, okay. All right. Shotzi's makeup though
looks amazing. Impeccable. Hair laid, face laid, slayed it.
Girl.
Go to I don't know.
Has the look. I'm sorry. That woman has the look. I was pleasantly surprised by this match with Ronda and Shotzi.
It was
actually, at first I was like, I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Ronda gave Shotzi her best match, or vice versa, whichever one you want to do. But yeah.
Yep.
I
was literally watching it and I'm like, I like this. I like this. And it's because they're making Ronda, because they did it with Raquel as well. But I thought they did it just because it's Raquel and they're building Raquel. They made it competitive. But even with Shotzi, they made it competitive. Shotzi looked great in this match. And even though we knew she was losing, I enjoyed every minute of it. I was like,
I think the objective of it was just to go out there and wrestle, but also make Ronda look good, making the other one look good as well. If that makes sense. They both look
great in this match. I have no complaints. I thought they gave them time. It wasn't a squash match. It was competitive. I actually, for a second, was like, can Shotzi win this? And I'm like, no, there's no way. Can Shotzi? No. Like,
it was the two of them elevating each other.
Supposed to do. Wrestling's supposed to take you on a ride to the point where you're asking yourself, can this person win?
Correct.
Now, while I knew in the back of my head Ronda ain't dropping the title, I still was questioning the way they were booking Shotzi in this match. She looks strong. I'm like, maybe she can beat Ronda, right? And that's what you're supposed to do. So I actually really liked it. I liked how they produced it. I thought they both looked great. And right at the end, SPD Shotzi kicked the crap out of Ronda. Like she was hauling it. She did. I think Ronda even said, Ronda posted something on Instagram saying that she was still feeling the effects from the kick.
Yeah.
So it was great. I actually really enjoyed it. I have no complaints. At the end, obviously Ronda got the win.
Then Natalya came out.
Natalya came out and whomped her. Put her in the sharpshooter after Ronda talked shit about Natalya's sharpshooter. saying her Uncle Brett does it better. And Natalya said, I'm going to show you Mother Trucker. And she put her in the sharpshooter. And they have a match at Money in the Bank for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
So we have both titles on the line. Great. That's one. Finally.
Both titles on the line. The first 2 matches announced are the women's matches. I'm like, I'm all for, look, as a woman who has a podcast for women in pro wrestling, going to my first pay-per-view event, and I don't know how long, and they built all women's matches.
Yep.
Look, it's right up my alley, folks. It's right up my alley. SP3 said Natty Sharpshooter makes Rocks look incredible.
I mean, well, SP, like we're not.
Know,
this is apples and oranges, friends. Come on.
Look, you can't compare Natty Sharpshooter to Bret the freaking Hitman Hart. Like, it's not going to be the same. I hate to say it, but Natty Sharpshooter is not good. I can't do it.
I mean, listen.
I'm not. It's effective for what she needs it.
I'm better off doing a figure 4 than the sharpshooter.
Right. I can do that. I can even do the bridge thing. I can do the sharpshooter though. Same. Need full squat? No.
Full squat and holding it down
put the legs the right way. Actually, to be honest, I haven't really looked. I need to go look.
And
compare the two like side by side and see how she's doing.
I'm sure someone has done it online. I'm sure someone has done it online for you to find it.
This is true. This is wrestling people. I'm sure someone's compared them somewhere on YouTube. I'm sure I'll find it. But
it's more so like once she has them in the hole is what she is doing.
Is she not leaning back far enough? I need to go look. I need to go watch it.
Right.
I need to go see a comparison because I feel like Bret's looked more impactful. It looked like it hurt. And it could just be the cell. I don't know.
Right.
That's true. So if you watch Natty's face when she does it, like go back to the picture with Natty. Go back to the picture. Look at her. She's fucking smiling. Look at her. Look at the smile.
That is true.
Look, Bret's like, eh.
Good job, SP. Good job. Good job.
SP, you're amazing. Okay, look at the legs. Oh, Bret is almost sitting on them.
Right.
Wait, no, go back to the other one real quick. Look how Stone Cold's body is actually on the ground. Do you see that?
Right. And then he's also like laying on he's also laying on like the guy's butt. So it's therefore creating the hurt between your lower back and your legs into your knees. So yes, that's where the pain would come from.
Now look at Ronda. Ronda's in the air. She's not even on the ground.
So Ronda can't even sell it properly because she should have her ass laying the fuck down.
Go back to Ronda's, SP.
He probably okay.
Ronda's in the air. So in order for this to even look devastating, Ronda would need to be flat on her belly.
She's not. They're not. The girls don't know how to sell it. Yep.
So that tension is there because right now it just looks like now he's doing a full squat holding someone's legs. Anyway,
to move on, husband. Watch.
Anyway. There was also a Money in the Bank qualifying match between Lacey Evans and Xia Li.
This is what pissed me off right here. Go ahead, friend.
No, me and you have the same pose right now. Look, I have no problem with Lacey. All right, she follows me on Twitter. We're cool.
That's great.
Oh, we have another sharpshooter. Is this Charlotte? It is Charlotte. So I need it from the side. It still doesn't look. I don't know. Maybe it's the people she's putting it on. They're not selling it properly. Like their bellies have to be on the ground in order to get that back tension. From anyway.
Child,
I'm not a wrestler. Let me shut up. Y'all doing everything great. I apologize. As MJF said, I don't know shit. Anyway, Lacey Evans and Xia Li.
Why is she dressed like Lita?
What?
So someone's like, oh, well, it's not a complete, like, you know, how Lita had like a full-blown thong. She had a bodysuit. It's the same type. If I could see the crease and I'm seeing the whole V of
her form is bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it is bad for it. Yeah. If I could see the V of the bodysuit going down to your pants and I understand what Why do we have on combat? Or we have on camo white and gray pants, and then we have a white.
It's her new look.
I hate it so much. I am not a fan at all.
And she's wrestling. At first, I thought it was just an outfit, but she's actually wrestling in that.
And then she had the tassels. I was like, and then it was bad to me. It was bad for me.
Look at SP out here. We're on the Lacey. Look at SP. Stop blaming Ronda. Now he just doesn't do it well. It takes two, SP. It takes two. It takes two. Both of them. Anyway. Okay. It's showing all the other ones. We know. Look, we know. She's not doing it right. We got it. I'm just saying that one in particular that happened on SmackDown.
It's just bad. It's really, really bad.
Anyway, Lacey. Okay, I think Lacey looks great, number one, right? This woman just had a baby. She looks great. I'm not even mad. I'm not mad at her. Here's the thing. Xia Li, I don't know. The thought of
why did Xia Li had to get buried?
The thought of Xia Li and the money.
They must have heard you last week because she brought her lightning back. Remember?
I know. I'm so excited. I was so mad that her lightning was.
So when I did see that, I was excited. However, yeah, no. Lacey looks hot on SmackDown. Okay, no, all right, whatever.
She looks good. Don't get me wrong. Lacey looks great.
I didn't like. Okay, face wise, yeah, maybe. I'm not a fan. I like the Southern Belle.
I thought. Gimmick. Well, I liked her outfits more, the Southern Belle, but I'm glad she changed it. She needs something different. It's cool. The thought of Xia Li in the ladder match excites me. The woman is a freaking.
She has nice. Yeah. Barely gave her any type of shine on NXT. Now you bring her over here, and she's still in the same predicament as she was from NXT.
So I was really hoping Xia Li was going to be in this. I know she's not a top gal. I get it. But I thought she was going to be in it. And then they put her against Lacey, and I was like, well, there's no way they're having Lacey lose. They just brought this woman back.
Yep.
She before she left, she was going to probably get a title. So I know that they love Lacey. I know they do. So there's no way that Xia was going to win this thing. And that makes me sad because Xia is an incredible in-ring worker. She's an incredible wrestler, performer, and I wanted to see her in the ladder match because she would have showed the fuck out. I love Lacey's look. I don't know why. I like it. I didn't think it was going to be a continuous thing. I thought when I saw it that 1 week, I was like, oh, okay. Or in the vignettes, I thought that was it. But she's actually wrestling in this attire. So I was like, interesting. I wish she was going to have shorts or something to wrestle in. I didn't know.
Right. Make it. I hate it. I don't like it. Sorry. Not sorry.
Lacey Evans is Vince's type in every way. She is. Like I said, I think she was going to get a title before she ended up getting pregnant. So I'm sure they were going to be back to pushing her as well. And Lacey won.
Bring Ric Flair back saying, I need visitation. Like, make that shit.
No. God, no. Jeez, that was... I actually felt bad for Lacey in that crap. I was like, what? What are we doing right now?
That was funny.
Easy Attack, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. She said both Lacey and Lita need to show respect to MC Hammer's Pumps and Pumps girls. They have the thong look first.
You know what? I can't.
Look.
Hey, girl boys, back in the 90s. This was actually 1990, maybe 91. And MC Hammer was like he was on top. This was his, yeah. And he had the pool party video for Pumps and a Bumps. And they definitely had the Lita S thong look.
Chris, you are not wrong.
No, friend.
They're just bringing it to the ring. That's all they're doing.
Yes.
Thank you for the super chat donation again. Wow, we really do appreciate it.
Yes. It's okay. We're just sad about what happened to Xia Li. Malcolm, thank you.
Bump in the bump. Let the girls with the bump in the bump. All right.
And MC Hammer had actually one on himself too. It wasn't more so a thong, but it was little booty panties or whatever.
Oh, yeah, he was getting it. He dropped the pants.
He was.
Look. Parachute came from Dawn. That's it.
So we're just saying at the end of the day, we have no issues with Lacey. However, the issue that we have is why does Xia Li have to be the one that gets the L? That's what all we're saying. I would have preferred it to be Aaliyah than Xia. Right or wrong?
Me too.
If we're going to pick people and have them, because Xia Li could have definitely been in the Money in the Bank. She could have definitely been one of those girls that could give a good match in that particular part. That had been Aaliyah.
Especially if you're not going to have a Naomi. You need someone doing, other than Liv, you need someone doing some shit. And Xia Li is it. I'm sorry. I guess Shotzi. I guess I'm Shotzi.
Thank you, SP. I told you.
Happy Sunday. Here's your thumbs.
Bumps and a bump.
I mean, I guess Shotzi is a high spotter. So I'm assuming she'll end up in the match. Who knows? I don't know.
Because we get 3 from our side and 3 from.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I want 5 from Raw and 2 from SmackDown at this point, because Raw has in my opinion, Raw obviously number 1 has more women, but number 2, more women I want to see in this match.
Okay.
Shotzi, Lacey,
Liv, Rhea.
Rhea's has a title match.
No, Rhea has a title match, so she can't be in it. You're right. Sorry.
Lacey, Liv, Doudrop. You need a big in there. You need a big to kind of throw things off.
And Alexa.
There's supposed to be 7. Alexa, Asuka, Becky.
We get one new Smack person.
And I'm gonna throw this in there. If you went to WWE's website, so the graphic with Lacey winning showed 7 women. Like 7 spots, and Lacey took one of them.
Yep. So now we got 6 left.
WWE's website, and the promotion for it said Lacey Evans won, blah blah blah. It said in the 8 women Money in the Bank match. Now I don't know if it was a typo. They said 8 women on their site, even though the graphic only shows 7. So that either tells me they're filling 7, and there's going to be 1 surprise.
Maybe it'll be Charlotte.
It's either gonna be Charlotte or Bailey.
Ooh, if it's Bailey, I'm getting goosebumps if it's Bailey. Oh my god.
Someone made a good point on the timeline. They said after the injury Bailey had to put her in the Money in the Bank match.
Oh, that was.
And I'm like,
right.
I understand, but if she's cleared,
she can do this. She can do this.
She should be able to do this if she is cleared. If she's not cleared to the point she can do this,
then
don't have her come back it. Don't ever come back. But you have Charlotte and you have Bailey. That could be 2 of your biggest surprises in this. Zelina, I believe, is injured still, which is why she probably will not be in it. And
I got Carmella.
I heard Carmella was injured as well, but I'm honestly not sure. Well then. I don't know if that was ever corroborated, but I don't know. We'll see. Again, I think Raw could honestly put more women. Oh Lord. You have to do the new outfit.
Right, it's not this outfit, the new one.
I like how you're working in the background on this. I really appreciate this, SP.
He's hustling like Romeo. He's
amazing, man.
Yeah.
All right, so that was it. Lacey qualified. She's the first woman in the Money in the Bank match. So we'll see. I'm gonna go to the chat for a minute. Who else do you want to see in the Money in the Bank match, people? Sam said you want to see Lacey Aaliyah match. Ooh, it'd be rough. I understand, but I'd rather Aaliyah lose, honey, than Xia Li.
The person that needs to lose is not Xia Li right now. Leah is still like young. She just, like she's pretty, but she's not at that point yet.
To me, and I'm sorry to any Aaliyah fans out there. They're never going to push Aaliyah hard. All right. She will be one of those women who are like a Dana, Carmella, who are just consistent. They help put other people over. And I think that's Aaliyah's position. I think that's where she's going to stay, unless something.
And that's fine. That's okay.
Perfectly fine. It's okay. Carmella is thriving. All right. Carmella has always been the woman to put someone else over, give someone else a moment, and and Carmella's fine with that, right? Carmella is getting paid. She's getting that money. All right.
Yes, she is.
Carmella is in a good spot.
Carmella is happy right now. Carmella has done what she needed to do already. She's won Money in the Bank twice?
Yes, twice.
She's been women's champion. So what more can Carmella? She's been the tag champ. Carmella is happy. She's married.
Carmella is the Miz of the women's division. She is the one they go to for consistency, for moments. They can rely on her. She is the one. She is adaptable. She has range, but she is never going to be the top woman. And I think Carmella knows that, and that's okay.
And that's fine. She is
happy,
okay.
And that's all that matters. Natalya,
same,
is the Iron Woman, right? She's never at this point in her career going to be the top woman, but she's the one they go to for consistency, to train, and to put on a good match with somebody. If you want a good match out of anyone, you go to fucking Natalya. All right? If you want a good match with someone and you want someone to put someone over big, Carmella. Same thing. Anyway, I think my point was, I think Aaliyah is going to fall into that spot. I think Aaliyah is going to be that person. Alex, I really want Bayley as a surprise for girl.
I agree.
I'm at Money in the Bank in the audience, and Bayley returns.
Footage. You need footage. Tell hubby to record it while you pop yours, because you're gonna be.
Y'all are going to hear me on the television from the audience screaming my ass off. You don't understand how loud my ass is gonna be if I see Bayley's ass return at Money in the Bank and I'm there. Like, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right, SP. Okay, SP says Natalya is Dolph, Carmella Miz, Charlotte Roman, Becky Seth, Sasha Bayley,
New
Day. Wow.
Ooh.
That's
hold on, let me think about this. Okay. I'm checking them off here. Carmella Miz, absolutely.
Yes.
Charlotte Roman, absolutely.
Yes. Becky Seth. It's the Sasha Bayley New Day thing I'm kind of like on the fence for.
I am thinking. I can agree with Becky Seth. I think at this point, we're not going to get into it right now. I would need you to expand on that more, only because, and maybe it's my bias, Becky has surpassed Charlotte for Vince. Does that make sense?
So you would put more so, you would...
I don't know if Becky is Roman, because if you're talking in terms of push, he is always going to constantly push Charlotte as the woman, right?
Yeah.
Just like Roman is the guy. When I say Becky has surpassed Charlotte, I'm talking about whenever they're in a match together, Becky is going to go over. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. But I do agree as far as push goes, Charlotte is Roman. Absolutely. Becky is Seth as far as consistency, as far as them being able to take L's. They are established.
Yep.
They're established. They can take the L. Surprise Charlotte in Vince's eyes at all. To your point, Seth always beats Roman. This is true.
True. Very true.
Very true.
You're right.
I'm trying Boston Hug and New Day. Okay. Are reliable top stars, but don't always get treated like that. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Okay.
Yes. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
I understand where the comparison of the two meet, and they can always make sure that they're going to give you their best, and they will. Well, I mean, Sasha's not here now, but she would be one of those people that you could call. Yeah, okay, fine. I got it, SP. I got it.
And we're back.
You are correct, sir. Okay, and we're back.
Simultaneously, Joe, Charlotte did not win at Survivor Series. Becky did. Love you so much. So
Rampage.
Was that it for Smackdown? That was it for Smackdown. Rampage. We had a match between Chris Statlander and Red Velvet. Good match.
Yes.
I did not watch this live. I went back and watched it. It was actually a really good match. I have zero complaints. Zero.
First of all, can we just talk about the way these two women looked on Friday? It's like
night and day as far as like
right.
Chris Statlander is a statuesque, beautiful,
she's a tall, girl.
I love Chris's look. I always have. I am such a fan. I think I told you guys this. I would totally fangirl if I ever met her. Like I think she could be such a star. for them.
And then you have Red Velvet, who is for the short girls.
She's beautiful.
Beautiful and still can get tossed around and still look good at the same time. And they had so many near falls in that match. I'm like, okay, maybe Krssi is gonna win. No, maybe Red Velvet. It was so good.
It was very good. I have no complaints about this match. I thought they played off each other's strengths very well to the point of them being so polar opposite in size. To me, that always makes for a great match when you have the person that can be tossed and flipped, and when they can kind of come up on the bigger person and the bigger person chops them down, right? Like, it was really good. I actually would love to see more. Chris did get the win. The baddies were ringside. They did after the match.
Mm-hmm.
They, teamed up on Statlander. I think Anna Jay came out first. Yes, Anna Jay came out first to kind of help even the odds. Obviously, the baddies still outnumbered them. And then Athena came running out. Now, some people liked this and some people didn't.
Last
some
to the
people
party.
said,
Last to the party, friend. You should have been.
Well, some people talked about how it looked, right? They were like, I forgot. Oh, I was on Body Slam's podcast after Rampage on Friday.
Okay.
And they didn't like, so they're like, you have to be very careful with, if you want Athena to continuously look strong against Jade. Athena, again, you have that difference between height and that type of thing. It can come off cartoonish with Athena, with her trying to get through these big men, like, and they're like, come on, like, what is she gonna do? Right. And so they're like, it's not realistic. It's not a realistic threat. That Athena's going, right?
Yeah, like going through all these guys. Right. Okay.
Girl, no. So they're like, you have to be careful with how you book her in that way. Like, you don't want her to look silly. You want it to look believable. You want her to look like a threat. Maybe if there was like one or two guards, maybe she even got away from them and almost got to Jade and then they grabbed her again. Something, right? You have to make it look like, continuously make her look like a big threat, even though Jade's almost double her size and height.
Right. That part. Yes.
So, but it did end with these two kind of yelling at each other. Athena trying to get to her, the guards holding them back. Which I thought in general it was a great segment. I did enjoy it.
Yes.
Some people just want them to be careful with how they're booking Athena to not make her look cartoonish or silly because she is so little. They want her to look threatening. They want to continue to make her look threatening. And the best way to do that, to me, is actually have Athena in the ring, Cora on the outside, because then it makes up for the height difference. It looks more believable. If you had people holding Athena back in the ring, trying to get to Jade down there, it looks better than Athena going like this and her looking this small, looking up. You know what I mean? It's just, I get it. I get what they're saying.
So she could have entered the ring. She could have entered the ring, and then Jade and them are on the outside, like, yeah, you can't do nothing to us, and then it would have looked better. Camera wise. So just reversed it basically. Yeah.
And I got that. Again, they weren't complaining. It wasn't bad. They liked the actual segment in itself, right? It's to build that tension. They're just like, just to make her look tougher, the camera angles matter and the optics matter, right? You just don't want her looking like, oh, what's this small little woman going to do? Honestly, right? I want to see the baddies all day, every day on Dynamite and Rampage. And they are great. They are great. They're great to watch. I love the chemistry between them. They're one of the funnest things going on for me. Well, there's not a lot going on in the women's division, but and I apologize, I kind of skipped this, but when Britt cut a promo, was it Rampage? Or was it Dynamite? I don't even remember. But Britt was back there, obviously, with her posse, cutting a promo saying, like, even though, thank you, it was Rampage. I appreciate you. I'm like, I remember I saw it. I think it might have been right before or after the Chris Statlander match. But basically, she's like, I like this title, and someone got their hands on it, and someone pointed out, or their gritty little hands on it, and someone pointed out they thought maybe she might have been talking about Jamie Hayter. like low key talking about Jamie, because Jamie Hayter was actually holding it in the ring at one point, and kind of gave Britt a look and gave the title to her. But anyway, someone got their greedy little hands on it, and she was talking about the AEW Women's Championship. She wasn't talking about the Owen Hart Championship.
Right.
Side note, I didn't realize she was going to be carrying this title. Her and Cole were going to be carrying these titles around. I just thought it was like a trophy, and they were going to leave them at home. I didn't realize they were actually carrying these titles around. But I think the promo was set up Rosa, Storm versus Britt and Jamie. I think so too, SP. But basically she said, Tony, who are you? You're not going to get a title shot.
Tony Schiavone yet again in the back talking to the ladies,
Tony was,
hey everybody, it's Tony Schiavone of All Elite Wrestling, and this is True Hill Heat. And I said it right, you motherfuckers.
I said it right, you motherfuckers. Thank you, Tony. Love you, boy. So yeah, she was talking about the AEW Women's Championship. Tony got her hands on it, and she said, Tony, who are you? If anyone's going for the title, it's me. And everyone on Twitter lost their shit because they're like, oh my God, Britt Baker's going for the title again. Why? Some people said they think she doesn't. I hope not. I'm hoping, if anything, this leads to like a triple threat between Tony, Storm, Britt, and Rosa. Not just Britt and Rosa, because we don't need it anymore. We're done. Every time Tony's mentioned on the show, we will get a Schiavone bomb. Thanks, SP. Going forward, people, you heard it here. It's happening. People used to carry the Slammy trophy around. This is true, Patrick. This is very true. I don't think I realized they were getting titles in the first place. I thought it was just the trophy.
I thought it was a trophy. Like they didn't like for them to
they didn't specify that. And then they're carrying around on the shows like it's an actual championship or title. Right. Like, are they going to be defending these? Like, it's weird. I don't know. All right, there's just something for optics, I guess. I'm sorry, but need for the baddies to win on TV before I'm fully invested in this feud. This is true. The baddies are 0-2 here. Kiera lost to Athena, and now Velvet has lost to Chris. So I'm assuming the baddies win, obviously, comes from Jade Cargill. She will be the W. So sorry. Anyway, so this promo happened with Britt and backstage, and like SP said, I think we're setting up for Rosa and Storm versus Britt and Jamie. Makes sense, right? Jamie and Storm obviously have history, and Britt and Rosa have history, so I think it makes sense. I'm here for it. In the interim, until we get the next opponent for Rosa, I'm completely here for it. I'm okay with it. Absolutely. And I think, is it possible they throw Ruby in there and take
in singles action before they win the 6 women? Okay. Yeah.
Is it possible they take Rosa out of this? Well, I think it is very possible. They take Rosa out of this eventually and put in Ruby. And then you have Ruby and Tony versus Jamie and Britt in the interim. Not for what's coming, but eventually, because Rosa's going to have to go defend her title again.
Right.
Against somebody. So I think Ruby might take Rosa's place and team with Tony eventually here. So we'll see. But that was it for Rampage. Very calm week for the women, if you will, as far as there's not as much for us to cover.
Right. It didn't seem like it was, but we covered a lot.
Well, it's not even that. Because there wasn't so much, we actually have to have good conversations about the stuff that did happen.
Yes, that's very true. Yes.
Or you can do Rosa, Storm, and Ruby versus Britt, Jamie. Ooh,
that's a good. I like
Storm
that.
Ruby versus Britt, Jamie, Rebel.
And Rebel looks like have you seen Rebel?
I have.
Rebel is looking amazing. Like
she looks great. She looks great. I'm almost sure she looks lean.
Right.
She looks leaner. I thought the same thing when I saw her in that promo. I was like, she's looking leaner.
Right, she's you can clearly see the difference between her this time and last year, if that makes sense.
Well, because she had the leg injury, so I'm wondering if with that she wasn't able to maybe
I thought that was all
work out.
But okay.
I thought she was actually injured and they just extended it.
Right.
past. You know what I mean? Like they kept it going. I don't know. She just looks great. I agree. She's great. Well, that was it for this week. No pay-per-views per se to cover. I know there were some Always Ready happened last night, I believe. I did not see it.
Same.
I'll be honest. I think Taya Valkyrie had a match.
Yeah, Taya had a match. There's maybe like 3 women's matches on there, I want to say.
I thought there were a couple women's matches. I apologize.
They always have women's matches on their pay-per-views, friends.
They do.
Just saying.
They do. I will watch it. I've not watched it, which is why we're not covering it right now. I will watch it, and we can just briefly go over it next week.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think next week is that Father's Day.
It is Father's Day. Juneteenth and it's Father's Day, guys. So
we will not be live, people. We will pre-record it, but it will be airing on Sunday at its normal time. But we will be pre-recording, so we will not be live to chat with you guys. At least not our normal way. So, but I still hope you guys tune in and watch it. It will be posted at our normal time on Sunday next week. Any fathers in the chat? Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth.
SP. Happy Father's Day. I hope they spoil you.
Happy Father's Day. Yes.
What did he say? SP. Camille versus Kylan King for the NWA Women's title. The Hex first. Pretty Empowered for their women's tag titles, and Taya versus Taya.
Yeah, that's what I know. It was 3 matches. I just didn't know which 3 it was. So
exactly. I knew there were.
I never knew Taya was Taya Valkyrie was one of the matches for sure. Who I picked.
Yes,
to win.
I didn't know it was her. I need to watch it. I just haven't got a chance to yet.
But again, this is a company that always has women's matches on their pay-per-views. They showcase them very well. Take a page out of their books, friends. That's all I said.
They do.
Say what I said.
Proud dad of 2 daughters. Oh, Patrick, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Patrick. Yay. Nice.
I love daddies. They're great. Well, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 8.
Number 8
of Serving Face and Hills. Miss Krssi, where can they find you in the meantime?
You can find me every Sunday. We do Serving Face and Hill with my tag partner, Stephanie. Woo! This way. Then you can find me on Fridays with Steve Falls. We do our Smackdown review, Going Blue. We do that every Friday for SE Scoops. And then every Saturday morning live at 11:05, we do the flagship show, True Hill Heat, with my good brothers, SP, Top Guy JJ, Johnny, and Romeo. We always have a special guest. So yes, that's what we got. That's where you can find me. I usually do some type of round table sometimes or a watch along. So yeah, that's where you can find me. IG, Twitter, Facebook, Krssi Love _ True Love. I mean True Love. True Hill, Krssi Love.
Speaking of, just real quick.
Yes.
Krssi won't be on next week's. Oof.
I will not be on next week. I will be at a graduation. My kiddies are graduating. Not my kids, the kids I work with at school. They are graduating. So I will be at graduation with the kids that are graduating. I went to their proms, and I said like on Wednesday. I was at prom Wednesday, and they're graduating on Saturday. So I will not be on next week's episode. But please still watch and see SP.
Warning everyone who comes for Krssi on Saturdays. She'll be there in heart.
Yes.
I do want to mention something real quick before we close this out. We are going to start inviting guests on to the show. Fans, other women's wrestling fans. So if you guys are interested in being on the show with us on Sundays, obviously reach out to me or Krssi, and we will try and schedule it and make it happen.
Reach out to SP.
Reach out to SP. Yeah, reach out to SP. That's the best way to do it. Because most likely I will connect you to SP if you reach out to me. But either way,
that is correct. He is the plug. You speak to the boss.
The person.
Yep.
But you can find me at Stephanie Hypes.
Yes,
on
lovely people
Twitter.
Find you, friend.
And I do.
She's always great on Twitter. She's awesome on Twitter. I learned my Twitter from her. She's so awesome, guys.
You can follow me on there. I'm pretty funny, I think. I'm funny person. Just kidding. And you can find me with Steve Falls, Getting Red. After Raw, we do a Raw recap with SE Scoops. And I'm around. I'm here every Sunday. We are here, whether it's pre-recorded and or live. We really appreciate you guys being here with us in the chat. Subscribe, share, follow us on Twitter. We appreciate you. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Happy Father's Day again.
Happy Sunday, guys. Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. We need outro music.
Where's our outro? Bump in the bump.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Schiavone of All Elite Wrestling, and this is True Hill Heat. And I said it right, you motherfuckers.